Stop what you're doing right now. I need to show you something that's going to change how you think about pickup trucks forever. See, I've been covering the automotive industry for over a decade, and last week I drove through 3 different Ford dealerships in Texas, truck country, and what I saw will haunt me. Over 200 brand new pickups just sitting there, collecting dust with $80,000 price tags that nobody wants to pay. Now picture this, your grandfather's 1985 Chevy C10, rusted, dented, but fires up every single morning with that unmistakable rumble. Cost him $8,000 new, still runs 40 years later. Compare that to these modern lots overflowing with trucks nobody wants, and you'll understand why the American pickup truck industry is facing complete extinction. Here's what the manufacturers don't want you to know. 14 specific truck models are about to disappear forever, and the real reason why will shock you. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a truck dealership the same way again. The crisis nobody's talking about. It's getting harder every week to find new pickup trucks for sale, yet thousands of them are being parked in giant lots instead of being shipped to dealers. The American pickup truck market is facing a crisis unlike anything we've seen before. Dealership lots across the country are filled with trucks nobody wants. Entire model lines collecting dust, depreciating daily with manufacturer support rapidly evaporating. The numbers are devastating and getting worse every month. In 2023, overall pickup truck sales declined 8.2% compared to 2022, but that's just the average. Some models are experiencing catastrophic drops of 30, 40, even 50%. Here's the part that should terrify every truck manufacturer. Dealer inventory data shows certain truck models sitting on lots for an average of 120 days or more, nearly 4 months compared to historical averages of 30 to 45 days. That's not a sales slump, that's a market rejection. Remember when a 1990 Ford F-150 cost $12,000 and lasted 300,000 miles? Today's trucks cost $60,000 and need major repairs at 80,000 miles. The industry has lost its way, and buyers are finally saying enough. But which specific models are dying? The list will surprise you, and one of them might be sitting in your driveway right now. The extinction list, 14 trucks disappearing soon. Number 1, Nissan Titan, The Walking Dead. The Nissan Titan represents the most dramatic example of pickup truck extinction, and the numbers are absolutely brutal. In 2023, Nissan sold just 23,447 Titans, down 31.2% from 2022. To put this in perspective, Ford sells more F-150s in a single month than Nissan sells Titans in an entire year. Here's how bad it's gotten. The average Titan sits on dealer lots for 127 days before finding a buyer. Some configurations remain unsold for over 180 days. Nissan has been forced to offer aggressive incentives, including cash rebates of up to $7,000 and 0% financing for qualified buyers. The Titan offers competitive specs on paper: 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque, 9,310 pounds of towing capacity, but specifications don't sell trucks. Brand perception does, and the Titan is perceived as the truck nobody wants. Compare this to a 1995 Chevy K1500 with a 350 small block. Simple, reliable, parts available everywhere, and still running strong 30 years later. The Titan? It'll be extinct before it reaches 10 years old. Industry analysts expect Nissan to pull the plug by the end of 2025, but the Titan isn't the only Japanese truck in trouble, and what's happening next will shock you. Number 2, Honda Ridgeline, the misunderstood outcast. The Honda Ridgeline has always been the oddball of the pickup world, and that's becoming a fatal flaw. In 2023, Honda sold just 31,849 Ridgelines, down 18.7% from 2022. The Ridgeline's sales have been declining for 3 consecutive years, suggesting fundamental market rejection. The Ridgeline's unique features, unibody construction, independent rear suspension, in-bed trunk, were once seen as advantages. Now they're viewed as weaknesses by traditional truck buyers. The in-bed trunk reduces payload capacity. The independent suspension limits towing to just 5,000 pounds. Real truck buyers see it as a pretender, not a genuine work vehicle. Dealer inventory shows Ridgelines sitting for an average of 89 days. Honda has been offering lease deals as low as $299 per month just to move inventory. Industry insiders suggest Honda is considering discontinuing the Ridgeline after the current generation. Think about a 1988 Toyota pickup with the 22R engine, basic, bulletproof, and still hauling loads today. The Ridgeline tries to be everything to everyone and succeeds at nothing. But wait, even America's most advanced truck technology is failing spectacularly, and this next one will blow your mind. Number 3. Ford F-150 Lightning, the electric dream turned nightmare. This one shocked me the most. The Ford F-150 Lightning was supposed to revolutionize the truck market. Over 200,000 reservations, massive marketing campaigns, celebrity endorsements, and promises of changing everything. But reality has been absolutely harsh. In 2023, Ford sold just 24,165 Lightning units, far below projections of 80,000 to 100,000 annual sales. Even worse, many of those initial reservations have been canceled. Wait times have shrunk from over a year to just a few weeks. That's not good news, that's a demand collapse. The Lightning offers impressive specs on paper: 580 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. But range anxiety kills truck sales. Ford advertises 320 miles of range, but real-world testing shows that towing reduces this by 50% or more. At $59,974 starting price, buyers are choosing proven gasoline alternatives. Lightning models are sitting on lots for over 120 days. Ford has been forced to offer cash rebates of up to $5,000 and has scaled back production significantly from initial plans. Remember when a 1979 Ford F-100 with a 300 inline-6 could run all day, every day, for decades? The Lightning can't even make it through a day of real work without finding a charging station. The electric truck revolution is stalling, but the luxury truck apocalypse is just getting started, and this next failure is absolutely mind-blowing. Number 4. GMC Hummer EV, the $130,000 mistake. The GMC Hummer EV represents everything wrong with the modern truck market, and the numbers are embarrassing beyond belief. At $103,895 for the base model and over $130,000 fully loaded, it's priced like a supercar but positioned as a truck. The sales numbers are absolutely embarrassing. In 2023, GM sold just 2,734 Hummer EVs, despite massive marketing investment and celebrity endorsements. That's fewer than 8 units per day across the entire United States. The Hummer EV weighs over 9,000 pounds and offers 1,000 horsepower, but buyers aren't impressed. The identity crisis is fatal. Traditional truck buyers see it as an overpriced toy. Luxury car buyers question its practicality. The result is a vehicle that appeals to almost no one except wealthy early adopters who want to make a statement. Hummer EVs are sitting unsold for over 150 days. GM refuses to offer significant incentives, maintaining premium positioning despite the sales disaster. Compare this to a 1985 Chevy K10 with a 350 small block. Costs $12,000 new, could haul anything, and is still working today. The Hummer EV costs 10 times more and will be obsolete in 5 years. But even traditional American trucks are struggling in ways that will absolutely surprise you. Number 5. Ram 1500 Classic, the outdated survivor. The Ram 1500 Classic represents a unique market experiment that's failing spectacularly. When Ram introduced the redesigned 1500 in 2019, they continued producing the previous generation as the classic model, targeting price-sensitive buyers who wanted basic truck capability. Initially promising, the Classic offered full-size capability at mid-size prices, starting around $31,000. But in 2023, Ram sold just 47,892 Classic models, down 42.3% from 2022. The decline accelerated in 2024, with first quarter sales dropping an additional 38.7%. The Classic's interior feels dated compared to modern alternatives. The infotainment system lacks smartphone integration, safety features are minimal, fuel economy lags behind competitors. As other manufacturers introduced more competitive entry-level trucks, the Classic's value proposition evaporated. Dealers report that the only customers still actively seeking the Classic are commercial fleet buyers and price-sensitive consumers who prioritize basic capability over features, segments that are rapidly shrinking in the current market. A 1994 Dodge Ram with the Cummins diesel is still hauling trailers today. 30 years later, the Classic can't even survive 5 years in the market. Here's where it gets really shocking. Even America's best-selling trucks are in serious trouble. Number 6. Chevrolet Silverado 1500, the falling giant. This one will absolutely blow your mind. The Chevrolet Chevrolet Silverado 1500 has been GM's bread and butter vehicle for decades, a consistent sales leader and profit generator. But in 2023, Chevrolet sold 543,714 Silverado 1500s, down 19.4% from 2022. The decline accelerated in 2024, with first quarter sales dropping an additional 21.8%. This represents the steepest decline among major full-size pickup trucks. The Silverado offers competitive specifications: 2.7-liter turbo, 5.3-liter V8, 6.2-liter V8 options, up to 13,300 pounds of towing capacity. But quality issues, including problems with the 8-speed automatic transmission and electrical systems, have damaged the Silverado's reputation. The Silverado faces intense competition from Ford and Ram, both of which have gained market share at Chevrolet's expense. Dealer inventory data shows Silverados sitting on lots for an average of 76 days, well above historical norms. Chevrolet has been offering aggressive incentives, including cash rebates of up to $6,000 and 0% financing for qualified buyers, just to move inventory. Think about a 1987 Chevy C10 with the 350 small block. Simple, reliable, and still running strong. The modern Silverado is complex, problematic, and losing buyers every month. But even the F-150 is struggling, and this will change everything you think about American trucks. Number 7. Ford F-150. Higher trim levels. America's truck in crisis. This might absolutely surprise you, but even America's best-selling truck is struggling in certain configurations. While the F-150 maintains overall sales leadership, higher trim levels are experiencing massive inventory buildup that's unprecedented in the truck industry. In 2023, Ford sold 750,789 F-Series trucks, including Super Duty models, down 14.1% from 2022. First quarter 2024 results show a further decline of 11.2%, suggesting structural issues rather than temporary setbacks. But here's the key insight that changes everything. Basic work trucks sell fine. The F-150 XL and XLT work truck trims continue to sell briskly, often leaving dealer lots in under 30 days. The problem is luxury configurations. Limited, Platinum, and King Ranch models are sitting unsold for over 120 days. These high-end F-150s can cost over $80,000, putting them in luxury car territory. Buyers are increasingly questioning whether a pickup truck should cost as much as a BMW or Mercedes. Dealer inventory data shows F-150 models sitting on lots for an average of 83 days, nearly 3 months compared to historical averages of 30 to 45 days. Some Ford dealerships report having certain 2023 configurations that have remained unsold for over 120 days. A 1992 Ford F-150 with the 300 inline-6 cost $14,000 new and is still working today. These luxury F-150s cost 6 times more and depreciate like rocks. The pattern is becoming crystal clear, but there are more shocking failures ahead that will change how you see the truck market forever. Numbers 8 to 14, the complete extinction list. The Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, priced over $65,000, represents less than 8% of total Tundra sales and sits unsold for over 100 days. The Jeep Gladiator, down 23.1% in 2023, suffers from a fatal identity crisis. Too compromised for real truck buyers, too truck-like for Jeep enthusiasts. The Nissan Frontier, despite a complete redesign for 2022, sold just 67,588 units in 2023, down 16.8%. The Honda Ridgeline Black Edition represents Honda's failed attempt to make their unique pickup more aggressive, but it's sitting unsold for over 110 days. The GMC Sierra AT4X, priced over $70,000, represents less than 5% of total Sierra volume. The Ram 1500 TRX, with its supercharged 702 horsepower engine, sold just 8,621 units in 2023 despite massive marketing. The Chevrolet Silverado ZR2 represents less than 8% of Silverado sales and sits unsold for over 95 days. Each of these represents the same fundamental problem: manufacturers chasing luxury profits while abandoning the practical buyers who actually use trucks for work. the real reason behind the crisis. Here's what automotive executives don't want to acknowledge publicly, and this revelation will change everything you think about the truck market. The American truck market isn't dying. It's undergoing a fundamental restructuring driven by a return to practicality and purpose. What we're witnessing isn't the death of the American pickup truck, it's the death of the luxury truck bubble that manufacturers inflated over the past decade. Trucks are returning to their roots as working vehicles rather than chrome-laden status symbols with six-figure price tags. The data reveals a striking counter-trend that the industry doesn't want to discuss. Basic work-oriented trucks without luxury pretensions are actually seeing stable or increasing demand. The Ford F-150 XL and XLT work truck trims continue to sell briskly. The Chevrolet Silverado work truck and custom trims maintain strong sales to commercial and fleet buyers. Even in the electric truck space, this pattern holds true. The Ford F-150 Lightning Pro work truck trim, starting around $50,000, has maintained much stronger demand than its platinum counterpart at nearly twice the price. The recently introduced Chevrolet Silverado EVWT work truck has generated significant fleet interest, while the RST consumer version faces skepticism. Industry data shows that commercial and fleet buyers account for over 40% of pickup truck sales, a percentage that has been steadily increasing as consumer buyers are priced out of the market. The luxury truck bubble bursts. For the past decade, manufacturers have been pushing trucks upmarket, adding luxury features and premium pricing that would make your grandfather laugh. The average transaction price for a new pickup truck has increased from $35,000 in 2014 to over $55,000 in 2024. But this strategy has reached its absolute limits. Buyers are increasingly questioning whether a pickup truck should cost as much as a luxury car. The practical buyers who actually use trucks for work are being systematically priced out of the market. Remember when trucks were tools, not toys? A 1980 Ford F-150 cost $7,500 new and could haul anything you threw at it. Today's luxury trucks cost 10 times more and break down more often. The implications extend far beyond just the 14 vehicles on our extinction list. Trucks have historically been the profit centers for American manufacturers, with each full-size pickup generating $10,000 to $15,000 in profit, far more than sedans or crossovers. If truck sales continue to decline, the entire domestic auto industry could face severe financial pressure that will reshape the market forever. The market correction. What we're witnessing is a market correction that was absolutely inevitable. The luxury truck bubble was unsustainable, built on cheap credit and artificial demand created by aggressive marketing. As interest rates have risen and economic uncertainty has increased, buyers have become more practical in their purchasing decisions. The trucks that are succeeding are those that offer genuine value and capability without unnecessary luxury features. Work trucks, fleet vehicles, and basic consumer models continue to sell well because they serve real needs at reasonable prices. The trucks that are failing are those that prioritize image over utility, luxury over value, and profit margins over customer satisfaction. The market is sending a crystal clear message. Trucks should be tools, not toys. For dealerships, the situation is already becoming dire. Trucks that sit unsold for 90-plus days tie up capital and accrue substantial floor plan interest expenses. A typical dealer with 50 slow-selling trucks can face carrying costs exceeding $150,000 per month in the current interest rate environment. This financial pressure is forcing dealers to offer aggressive incentives, further eroding manufacturer profits and creating a downward spiral that threatens the entire industry. The future of American trucks. The future belongs to manufacturers who understand this fundamental shift and return to building trucks that serve real purposes. Companies that continue chasing luxury profits while ignoring practical buyers will find themselves with warehouses full of unsold inventory. The successful truck manufacturers of the next decade will be those who return to the basics, building reliable, capable, affordable vehicles that serve real needs. Think about the legendary trucks of the past: the 1970s Ford F-100, the 1980s Chevy C10, the 1990s Toyota pickup. Simple, reliable, affordable, and built to last. The American pickup truck isn't dying, it's returning to its roots, and that's exactly what the market needs. Your action plan. If you're thinking about buying a truck, here's what you need to do right now. First, avoid any of the 14 models on our extinction list. They'll depreciate faster than you can imagine. Second, focus on basic work truck trims from established manufacturers. Third, consider used trucks from the 1990s and early 2000s. They're more reliable and cost a fraction of new trucks. The 14 models on our extinction list represent the end of an era when manufacturers believed they could charge luxury car prices for pickup trucks, an era when image mattered more than utility, an era when profit margins trumped customer value. That era is over. The new era of American trucks is just beginning, and it looks a lot like the old era, when trucks were built to work, not to impress. Are you ready to make the smart choice? Share this video with anyone thinking about buying a truck. You could save them from making a $60,000 mistake. Subscribe for more industry insights that the manufacturers don't want you to know. The truck revolution is here, and it's going back to basics.